Hello and welcome to the Marine Channel. Now today I'm going to show you a boat that you can buy for about the same price as a new Volkswagen Golf. What is it? It's this. It's a Sealine S24. It's a used boat. It actually dates back to 1994. This one, interestingly, was actually re-engined in 2014. So it's got a Mercruiser 4.3 litre petrol engine, producing about 230 horsepower, which means it's good for, well, certainly early to mid 30s, quite swift and cruising along in the 20s. We'll get aboard in a minute, but just tell you a little bit more about Sealine. They started in the UK back in the 70s. Most of the boats were built up in Worcestershire, Kidderminster. Now they've actually changed hands a couple of times, so now they're under German ownership, but when this boat was built it was still under the original British ownership, and they did incredibly well with this boat. So you'll see lots and lots of these out on the water still. And the good thing about them is that, well, you've got three choices. This one's sat on a trailer, which I understand is actually being sold with this boat, because this is on the market with Clipper Marine down at Cobb's Quay, Poole. So some people do trailer these if they've got the right vehicle to tow with. Some people dry stack them because it's 8.5 metres, so you can get it on most dry stacks, but it's also big enough to leave out on the water all year round. You can see this one's got fairly new covers. I think those covers are just a couple of years old, but it really does extend your usage into the autumn and gets you out in the water a little bit earlier in spring. Anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's jump aboard and find out a little bit more. So welcome aboard. We've just come through this transom gate here, just to give you an idea of the size of the swim platform there. Usable, and there's also a bathing ladder as well for getting on and off. And then into our cockpit area. So we've got wraparound seating here for probably four. You can see on the floor there's a couple of, or three holes in fact, to put a table. Table's not on board at the moment, but you can have it sort of left to right, or you can have it lengthways. And then interestingly, over here where we've got the transom gate, you can see this kind of upholstery on the side. That's because there's another seat that'll slip in there, and that increases the seating by another couple. Depends really whether you want to step onto the seats to get in or just come straight through the transom gate onto the floor. But rather nice. A couple of lockers down the side here. One is for storage, one is for your gas bottles. This has got a hob on board, twin burner gas hob. And then we've got our helm, nice big helm seat, sit a couple of people there. It looks a little bit bare at the moment because the owner's got his Lowrance screens taken off, but you can see where they would sit just in front of the steering wheel there. But everything you need on a boat of this size. And these camper covers, these are actually quite new. You get the feeling with this particular boat, it's had quite a bit of money sort of lavished on it and being really kept up to date. These covers are only a couple of years old. You can tell from the vinyl that it's still very crisp and clear. It looks good. Okay, let's go down below and let's find out what there is there. I think it's going to surprise you. So I just want to show you, there's a hatch here that slides across and covers that up. And then you've got a lower part here, like a gate that opens like that. Okay, so let's have a little look. Right, well, the first thing that strikes you actually is how wide this area is here. Really does push it out to the sides. And then what you do is you use infill cushions to go on the table, which would be lowered on that leg. And you've got a massive double bed there. Good light here across the sides. And then you've also got a hatch above. So pretty good. And actually when you're sat on these sofas, there's plenty of headroom. I can sit completely normally. Bit of storage here in this locker. Hanging locker, so we've got some coat hangers there. All of this in a 24-foot boat. And then over here, quite surprisingly well equipped little galley. So got a sink in here with our cover, hot and cold water. This one heats the water off the engine or off the immersion effectively, like a domestic system when you're plugged into shore power. And then here's your gas burner. These little bits go up just to stop the wood from burning. And then underneath that there, you've got a reasonable sized fridge. So absolutely, could you stay on this and prepare some food? Yes, you could. Lots of storage along there for bits and pieces. A little bit more storage down there, actually quite a lot of storage. And then I'll swing around here because this is the bit that will surprise a lot of people. And that's the fact we've got a fixed double underneath the sole of the cockpit area. That's where our table is. Hurrah, we found it. Okay, so that's stored in there. Not a bad size double. Ideal for kids. Really good for kids because they love being in the same room. You know, younger kids close to mum and dad and all that kind of stuff. When my boy was growing up, we had a boat this sort of design, and he loved the fact that he could sort of see and hear us and crawl into bed with us in the mornings. But it is a full-size double, so you can get adults in there, no problem at all. And then just to the left here, we've got a compact but perfectly formed little bathroom. So toilet, sink, and then a handheld shower as well. Not massive, but remember it's a 24-foot boat. But what does it give you? It gives you the ability to stay overnight, to go on adventures, to take friends out. How much fun is that? Can a VW Golf do that for you? I don't think so. Which is why my advice would be, for the price of a VW Golf, buy a boat like this. I think it's absolutely fabulous. So listen, there you go. It was a quick tour. It's not a massive boat, but it's a proper boat. And they're fantastic value, and there's plenty of them around. This one in particular, I think, has been looked after really, really nicely. But there you go. Thanks for watching the Marine Channel. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please comment, tell us what you think, share, like, all that kind of good stuff. Help us build, and we'll see you on our next walkthrough. Thanks very much. Bye.